Good morning. Today we are going to continue exercise 19E with type 2 question. In the previous video of this exercise, we have learnt calculating the distance of a point from a line. Clear? Now, here in the type 2 question, we have to calculate the distance between the two parallel lines. Previous video, we calculated the distance of a point from a line, perpendicular distance of a point from a line. Now in this video, we are going to calculate the distance between the two parallel lines. Clear? So let us see how can we do this. We will use the same principle, right? And to use the same principle, what we need is we need the equation of a line in the general form and the coordinate of a point. Clear? But now in type 2, because we have both as a line, we have two lines. How can we have the coordinate of a point? Because the requirement is the equation of a line and the coordinate of one point. But here in this type 2, we will have only the two parallel lines. Is it okay? So in order to find the distance between the two parallel lines, what can we do is, the distance can be calculated by finding the perpendicular distance. So we will find the perpendicular distance between the two lines. And to do so, we need to find a point on one line. Clear? And to do that, to find the coordinate of a point on one line, we can consider x as equal to 0. So by assuming x as equal to 0, we will be able to calculate the distance between the two parallel lines, the perpendicular distance between the two parallel lines. Is this very clear? So now the more clarity will come through question. Now we are moving on to question number 6. Question number 6 is to find the perpendicular distance between the two lines. You can see question number 6, there are 3 parts, A, B and C. I'm going to solve part A. So we are going to find the perpendicular distance between the two lines. Is this very clear? So what we can do is, in order to find the perpendicular distance, let us take the solution, start the solution. Okay, the first equation we have is, we are going to solve part A. 3x plus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. And another equation is 3x plus 4y plus 17 is equal to 0. So these are the two lines. And we are supposed to calculate the perpendicular distance between these two lines. Clear? Now, what we have to do is, in order to find the perpendicular distance between the two lines, we can select one of the equation, any one equation. Clear? We can select one of the equation to find the coordinate of a point. Clear? And so suppose if I consider this equation for finding the coordinate of a point, then with this point and then this equation, we can find out the distance between the two parallel lines using the same formula. Am I understood? So now I'm going to use this equation to find the coordinate of a point. And to do this, we have to consider x is equal to 0. So by considering x equal to 0 in this equation, we will be able to get the coordinate of the point. Clear? So put x as equal to 0. So in this equation, if you do so, it becomes what? 3 into 0 plus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is 0. Now 4y is equal to negative 5, and therefore your y is equal to negative 5 over 4. Clear? So by considering x as equal to 0, you got the value of y. And so set of these two numbers will give you the coordinate of a point. So therefore the coordinate of the point you got is 0 and then negative 5 over 4. Am I very clear? So after calculating this, now we have this ordered pair and then this equation of the line, we can find out the distance. So the distance is equal to, take this equation, absolute value. And in this equation, on the right hand side, we can put the value of x and y. So 3 into 0 plus 4 into negative 5 over 4, negative 5 over 4 plus 17, absolute value sign, divided by the root over 3 square plus 4 square. Now 3 into 0 is 0. 4 and 4 cancel. Clear? And 17 minus 5 is 12. Is 12. Now this is positive, so if I remove the radical absolute value sign also, it will remain as it is, and then divided by, this is 9 plus 16 and this is 12 over, this is sum of these two numbers 25 and the square root of 25 is 5. So this becomes the distance between the two parallel lines. Right? So we have used the same formula, but there is a little difference because here we have both the lines. Therefore, one of the line can be used for finding the coordinate of a point, and once the coordinate of the point is calculated using the first formula, we can calculate the distance between the two parallel lines. Is it all right? Thank you. Now we are moving on to question number 7. Question number 7, look at the board. Question number 7 is find the equation of two straight lines. Find the equations of two straight lines which are parallel to the straight line x plus 7y plus 2 is equal to 0 and a unit distance from the point 2 minus 1. I repeat, find the equation of the two straight lines which are parallel to the straight line so and so and is at a unit distance from the point so and so. Right? So first of all, let us try to understand this question, what the question says. First of all, you are given a line. You are given a line. This is a line whose equation is given as x plus 7y plus 2 is equal to 0. This is one line given. Clear? Now we have to find the equation of two straight line, right? So let me show you the line which is going to be parallel to this one. So this is the line whose equation you are supposed to calculate. This is a line which is parallel to this one and is at a unit distance from the point to negative 1. To negative 1. This point P, suppose this point is P, then this line, your line which you are going to calculate is said to be at a unit distance. Unit distance means 1. 1 unit. Unit means always 1. So now the question is to find the equation of this line which is parallel to the given line and is at a unit distance from the point P. This is a complete question. Is this very clear? So in order to solve this question, let us assume this equation, because this equation is parallel to this line. So I will assume the equation of this line as x plus 7y plus c. There will be only difference in the constant, right? Other two parts will be same because they are parallel. They are parallel. Therefore, the other two parts has to be same. Only there can be difference in the constant. That is why if the constant also becomes same, then the two lines will be overlapping. Is it okay? So we assume this equation, right? This equation for your parallel line, right? So we can say let the equation be x plus 7y plus c is equal to 0 parallel to x plus 7y plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is the equation that we have assumed. Is this very clear? So the question is to find out the two equations. So we can get the two equations by completing this. This is our assumption. This is the equation that we have assumed. Clear? So this has to be completed. As soon as you complete this equation, you will get the two equations. Clear? And in order to complete this equation, only the part which is missing is the C. So by calculating the value of C, you will be able to get the equation of your line. Is it okay? So this is your equation, which is at a unit distance from this point. So we can use the perpendicular distance formula and we can calculate. So the perpendicular distance formula is D is equal to distance, perpendicular distance, and this perpendicular distance is given as equal to 1. So I can write this as 1 is equal to the equation, right? Absolute value. And in this equation, you will put the value of x and y as this. Is it okay? So 2 plus 7 into minus 1 plus C divided by coefficient of x, 1 square plus 7 square. Am I very clear? So we can now simplify. This is 2 minus 7 plus C divided by root over 1 square means 1, 7 square means 49, 49 plus 1 is 50. Is 50. One more step. Your 1 is equal to 2 minus 7 minus 5 plus C divided by root over 50. Is it alright? Now we can calculate this. Oh, here we have absolute value sign. I forgot. So we can continue. This is negative absolute value. Okay, negative 5 plus C is equal to root over 50, because root 50 into 1 is root 50. Is it alright? Now we are trying to find the value of C. We are trying to find the value of C, and then for that you have to first of all remove the absolute value sign. But before you remove, when you remove the absolute value sign, you have to know the meaning of this absolute value. I told you that this absolute value means you can have any kind of number inside, but when it comes out, it has to be signless. That means inside the absolute value sign, whether you have positive or you have negative, the result will come out as positive only. Is this very clear? So now this is equal to this one. This minus 5 plus C is equal to root 50 given, right? Now this minus 5 plus C, whether it is negative or it is positive, how do you know? This minus, the value of minus 5 plus C could be positive, then it will be this. Or if it is negative, then also it will give you positive value only. So for this number inside the absolute value, there is double possibility that this inside term could be negative or could be positive. Am I clear? And therefore, when the moment you remove this absolute value sign, there here on right hand side, you have to put minus and plus both. So it becomes minus 5 plus C is equal to plus minus root over 50. We have removed the absolute value sign, and therefore we have introduced here plus and minus. Clear? Alright, now from here we can have the value of C. So C will be equal to minus 5 goes to that side, will become positive. So 5 plus minus root over 50. And this way you got the value of C. So now you can complete your equation. One line you will get by using the plus sign, another line you will get by using the minus sign, and that's how you are going to get the two equations. So when C is equal to 5 plus root 50, your equation is x plus 7y plus 5 plus root 50 is equal to 0. This is your one equation. Another equation is when C is equal to 5 minus root 50, then it is x plus 7y plus 5 minus root 50 is equal to 0. So this way you got your two equations. This is your equation number 1 and this is your equation number 2. Hope I could make you clear. Thank you. Now the last question for the day is question number 8. Look at the board. Question number 8. Find the equation of two straight lines. Once again, we are asked to calculate the two equations. Find the equation of two straight lines drawn through the point 01 on which the perpendicular dropped from the point 22 are each of unit length. Now, according to the question, the line passes through the given point, right? The line passes through the given point. So let me show you the diagram first of all. Solution of question number 8. This is a line, right, which passes through a point somewhere on the line. Clear? And the coordinate of this point is 01. This is the line for which you are going to write down the equation. You are going to find out the equation of this line, right? This line is going to give you two equations. Let us see how it will give you two equations. So this is the line which passes through this point, and this line is at a distance of 1 unit from the given point, and that point is 2, 2. This is the coordinate of this point is 2, 2. Suppose this point is P. This point is at a distance of 1 unit. Is it all right? So the question is now that this is the diagram. Now the question is to write down the equation of this line. You have to write the equation of two lines passes through this point and is at a unit distance from the point 2, 2. Is this okay? So this is your question. Now let us see. First of all, we need to assume the equation. Clear? We don't have any other clue, so we can assume this equation as y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. This is the equation that we have assumed. This equation I wrote in the slope and y-intercept form. Okay, but then when you use this equation and this coordinate of the point, please remember that your equation has to be always in the general form. That means all the term has to be on one side. Am I clear? So if I rectify this equation, I can rewrite this equation as mx minus y plus c is equal to 0. So this is actually the equation that we have assumed for this line which passes through this point and is at a unit distance of 1 unit, from the coordinate of point P. Is this okay? So let us write, let the equation of line be y is equal to mx plus c. So this is the equation that we have assumed, that our equation is going to be y is equal to mx plus c. Am I clear? Now, in order to complete the task, right, you need to have the value of m and you need to have the value of c. So by calculating the value of these two things, you can put it here finally in the equation and you will get your final solution. So here there are two things to be done. You need to calculate the slope and you need to also calculate the y-intercept. Is it all right? So let us see how can we do this. First of all, because this line, it passes through this point. Therefore, this point will satisfy this equation. Clear? So we can say since line passes through 0, 1, therefore we can put the value of x, that coordinate, in the equation. So for y we can have 1 is equal to, for x we can have 0. So m into 0 plus c, and therefore your c is equal to 1. So look here, you calculated the value of c. Clear? Now what we are left with? We are left with m. Now we will work to calculate the value of m. Clear? Now, how can you find the value of m now? Now you know that this equation this line is at a unit distance from this point. Clear? So we can use the distance formula, right? So according to question, right, the distance, and that distance of this point from this line is how much? 1 unit is equal to 1. Now we can use this equation in the general form. So I'm going to write down this equation. So slope, absolute value. Now m, right? X is how much? 2. Minus y is how much? 2. Plus c. C is equal to 1. C is equal to 1. Divided by, now m square root over m square, then minus 1 square. Is it alright? So this becomes how much? 2m, and this will minus 2n plus 1 is minus 1. Absolute value root over m square plus 1. 1 square means just 1. Now let us do the cross multiplication first of all. Absolute value of 2m minus 1 is equal to root m square plus 1 into 1. So it is root m square plus 1. Is it okay? Now we are working to find the value of m. Is it okay? So what we can do is, in this case, when you remove this absolute value sign, here you will again put plus and minus, isn't it? Once again we will put plus and minus. But remember here, what we are going to do is, our problem is this root sign first of all. Our problem is root sign. So to get rid of this root sign, you are going to square it. Clear? So whether this is plus or this is minus, the minute you square it, it will be ultimately everything will become positive. And therefore here in this equation, when you remove this absolute value sign, there is no point of giving plus minus sign, because you are going to square it. So we are now going to square on both the sides. Squaring both the sides. Squaring both the sides. So when you square both the sides, what are you going to get? This will be squared. So 2m minus 1 square, and this side root over m square plus 1 and then square. This implies, next step, you can use a minus b whole square expansion. So this will be 4m square minus 4m plus 1. On right hand side we will get m square plus 1. Now you can correct the like term. So this plus 1 cancel. Now m square will come to this side. So m square, 4m square, and then this will become minus m square. So this will become 3m square. And this is minus 4m is equal to 0. Now when you look at these two terms, there is something common, and that common is m. So take out this m common factor, and therefore inside you will get 3m minus 4 is equal to 0. So therefore your one value of m will be equal to 0. Another value will be 4 over 3. Are you getting it? Am I very clear? So you got the two values of m, and this both values has to be substituted in this equation. Clear? So m is equal to 0 will give you one equation, and m is equal to 4 over 3 will give you another equation. Required equation. First of all, when m is equal to 0, so your equation will be y is equal to this m0 into x, and c you calculated was 1. Therefore your first equation is y is equal to 1. This is your equation number 1. This is the first equation of your line. Another equation is when m is equal to 4 over 3. So put in this equation, y is equal to 4 over 3 x plus 1. Clear? So this is your second equation. Hope everything is very clear. So with this, we are ending the session here itself. Thank you so much for watching the video. Enjoy learning maths. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.